We're here in a park today near where we gathered this stuff for our original Plantless Terrarium. Now, the fun thing about the Plantless Terrarium is it's been sealed up for about a month and a half now, so we're gonna take a look and show you kind of what's been going on since then. But we also had another project idea in mind, seeing how many people were interested in the Plantless Terrarium, and that was sourcing a Plantless Terrarium from you guys. Because if we look around the park where we're at, we can get a general idea of what might be growing in our Plantless Terrarium. But if we're able to source the dirt from all across the country, whatever grows out of there is going to be a really big mystery to us, because there's just going to be so much variety and so much, it can be from anywhere. So for those of you that are interested, if you can leave a comment down below letting us know, because if there's enough interest, we'll go ahead and set up a PO box and actually go through with trying to set this up to get your dirt. There is some regulations when it comes to shipping dirt, so not everyone will be able to. And we will provide links and information a little bit more about that, but we'll do that a little bit later. So let's go take a look at how our Plantless Terrarium's doing. Today, we're gonna be doing a bit of an update, well, a 1.5 month update on our Plantless Terrarium, or the dirt terrarium. A lot of you have been really interested to know exactly what's been going on, how it's doing, and what do we have growing. So at first with this terrarium, we were a little wary that we might accidentally overwater it. So we didn't want to go too heavy with it. After we had set it up where we have the time lapse on it, we did notice quite a bit of condensation on what was the front towards us. And because of that, we figured it probably had a decent bit. But now that we've actually been able to pull it out of the area where it was set up, we see that the soil isn't quite as saturated as we were really hoping for. And I think that's why we might not see quite as many things sprouting as we do right now. One of you had also mentioned that a lot of the areas we had gathered from were pretty close to pine trees. So the soil acidity might be kind of high, and that could be playing a part as well into what is or isn't sprouting. I did just a moment ago see a millipede kind of running around. We do still have, it looks like 3 or 4 sprouts right off the bat that are easy to see. I'm not exactly a specialist when it comes to plants, but it looks like the leaf patterns on the two that are the most similar do still seem different enough that I believe they're different. One is over here by this, I can't point into the tank. One's over by the stick. I'll show some footage of it in a close-up so you can see what I'm talking about. Then we have another one over here in the front corner. And then we got one back here by the pine cone that to me just kind of looks like a blade of grass. I'm not sure, it could be something else. I think what we are going to wind up doing though right now is we're gonna open it up. I didn't seal down the lid because we wanted to just make sure if it didn't have enough moisture, we could add some more. We are gonna open it up, give it a little bit more of a spray down because the soil through the most of it seems to be relatively dry. And then we're gonna set it back up underneath the lights again. And hopefully if we have more seeds in there, we can start seeing a little bit more action going on. One interesting thing that happens in some other areas of agriculture is when plants are grown inside, or trees for instance inside, if they aren't exposed to wind currents and stuff, oftentimes they don't really strengthen themselves properly. And as I was misting this down, I did notice that as soon as some water got on one of the plants, it really wanted to lay down. So I don't think that plant has ever really been exposed to anything that tested its strength of standing up besides its own weight. There's a lot of root matter in this. I noticed that a lot of the areas I dug up have a lot of very fine roots and stuff like that. So there's a good portion of this that's actually just tore up roots. Like this corner has a lot of it. I can see some over on this corner. You probably can't see some because of all the water I just sprayed on the tank. But yeah, I still don't know what to say. So for those of you interested in sending us some of your dirt/soil, there is some restrictions in the United States for sending soil. We're not gonna do anything internationally right now, but we do have a link in the description, and what it is it's a map of the United States. Now in certain regions, they control the shipment of soil outside of those areas, and those are gonna be colored in with various colors on this map. Now if there's no restrictions on the map, your area will be white with no color. So if you check on the map, a lot of states are completely no restrictions, and then some states they have to break it down to the size of the county itself. So if you just check on that map, you'll see if you're able to send soil to us without any special permits. So overall, there really wasn't quite as much growth in the terrarium as we had been hoping for, and we kind of feel bad about that because I know a lot of you are really excited to see what's going on. It has only been about a month and a half, and a lot of people seem to say that these kind of projects do take a bit to set in, but we kind of wonder if the slower start might have had something to do with the moisture levels, but now that we've watered it, that should be addressing it. But we're gonna set back up our little time-lapse phones on top of it again, and we're gonna keep watching it. Hopefully in the upcoming months, we can start seeing it really take off. That's what I'm really hoping for. But there definitely is still life in here, and overall, I'm happy with how it's doing because it's still doing good, but I wish I would have seen a little bit more going on.